Hey everybody, I'm Jay,
And I'm Brendan.
and welcome to the
B
and J Show,
Boom.
episode 3. So we didn't do one last week.
We didn't. You were a bit unwell.
I was a bit unwell. I had serious
Syphilis.
fucking dirty bitch. So shady. No, I didn't have syphilis. You can't catch it twice anyway. I had a delayed reaction to the vaccination.
Yes, you were vaccinated.
I was vaccinated 2 weeks this Monday coming, and I had a little bit of reaction on that night into Tuesday morning, but then on the Saturday, then I was temperature 38.1 and was just sweating like a glass blower's arse. I was. I tell you, I was sweating from places I never thought I'd be sweating from. But I'm good now, as you can see.
You're looking very peachy.
I'm very peachy.
You're very peachy.
I think I look.
I have to admit, you are very peachy.
My skin looks lovely. It's quite supple.
Radiant.
I've lost 4 pounds.
Wow.
4 pounds I've lost. I
You were just in the bathroom a moment ago. So
No, it wasn't just. I wasn't.
saying.
My fingers down my throat. No.
Oh, I was thinking something else, but okay.
Well, that would be her, wouldn't she? She's so shady. I weighed myself Christmas when we closed, and I was 15 stone 1. Then I weighed myself about a week ago, and I was 16 10.
Okay.
So I was like shitballs. I couldn't believe, because I could feel it in all my t-shirts. And my t-shirts I'm wearing, it was like tight around the
Getting
belly
a
and
bit
things like
clingy,
that. Yeah.
Bit clingy.
You know, and so I ended up. I weighed myself then 2 days ago, and I lost 4 pounds.
Yay, the vaccine.
Yes.
Yay, the vaccine.
You know what I mean? The
Woo!
antibodies are rampant in my body. Rampant.
It's ravaging you.
I
Ravaging you.
just can't wait for vaccine number 2, and I'll be all out there, and
Scandalous.
I'll be hugging, I'll be kissing, well, cheek to cheek. You know what I mean? But, so how's your week been?
It's been working.
Or how's your 2 weeks been? Because I haven't done it
It's
for
been
2
2
weeks.
weeks, yeah. It's
How's your
just
2
been
weeks been?
working. Really, nothing much
Working.
to report from my side.
And
It's been working.
Yeah, but your fucking beard is getting longer and longer and longer. You know?
You were just calling me cousin It a moment ago.
I think we just call you cousin It from now on. Like, you know what I mean?
It needs a bit of shapage.
You're just full of redness.
But I swear to God, I've gotten hairier, and I've gotten larger. But more voluptuous these days. But I've gotten hairier. Lockdown has made me a hairier person. I've just got hair everywhere. Bring on April 12th and I can get this thing reshaped. But I'm loving it. I'm actually loving the volume and the gingerness. I mean, I turned 40. When did I turn 40? Recently.
March
11th. March 11th, I turned 40.
Welcome to the 40 gang.
Well, thank you. I can't wait for my...
40s are great.
I'm looking forward to
my
my 40s.
God. Yeah, 40s are great. I mean, my 20s, was good. 30s was alright. But 40s, absolutely
I'm really looking forward to
amazing.
being... Well, I say I really am looking forward to being in my 40s now. I am in my 40s. I can't wait to live out my 40s and just go
40s are good.
rampant and free and fun and just say yes to so many more things.
When you
It's
think of
gonna
it,
be
Bran, when you see this beautiful face, this
What?
beautiful,
Where?
this beautiful
Where?
beard, you know what I mean? And I'm 48. I feel like about 38. You know what I mean?
You look stunning.
I know. I
You
feel
look
stunning. I feel stunning. I tell you,
It looks like you use a shaper for your beard.
I do actually.
Oh, you do?
I do.
Oh, okay.
I shaved my hair my head yesterday.
Yep.
I've done a number 1 all over.
Yep.
And then I bought this detailer. It's called
A detailer.
a detailer, and I can I can put a line across here and go down the sides and things like that, and through around my lips and,
Yep.
and line under here, and then just use the ordinary razor then to go to the parts that where I have to shave it. Brilliant.
Wow, it
brilliant.
looks stunning. I mean,
Really, it
in
does.
person, it looks stunning.
I mean, when you think of it, and a lot of people say to me, now this will give you a laugh. I was away in Sitges one year, and this guy came up to me, American, oh my God, how do you dye your beard like that?
The accent's spot on.
I went, excuse me, how do you dye your beard like that? It's awesome. I turned around and I said, "Get the fuck away from me!" I said, "There's not a fucking dyed hair on this beard.
Oh.
Not like some people I know, but no names mentioned."
Not me. Just so you know, not me. This is all natural ginger.
No, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about
Natural
somebody
orange.
else, but I just won't name
I
them.
know who you're talking about. Oh, the shade. The shade.
Right, but no, man, mine is not. It just goes. I go grey parts, and I love this bit here where it's just black.
Yeah, it's very, yeah.
It's very manly.
It's finding its place where it's going to be coloured and where it's going to be grey.
I love the
It's
way she
cute.
says that.
It's cute.
Finding its place.
Finding its place.
I
But
said,
no.
where's your place finding it?
Well, no, you know what? I get so many people the looks I get from children in the street.
Yeah, but look, if you look under here, look, say, you can get a box of cigarettes now from his fucking beard these days.
I
It's
tell you,
fucking
there is
great.
a 4-course meal somewhere in this waiting for me to eat it.
Oh,
I tell you, there is a family of 4 birds somewhere in this bed. It's just got massive.
You've got the Rhea sisters in your beard, haven't you?
I do.
Rhea,
I do.
Rhea sisters, yeah.
Yeah.
Diarrhea, gonorrhea, and fucking diarrhea.
All at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Been there, got the t-shirt.
Yeah, she's still
As
itching.
it says, you know. Maybe that's the reason why.
That's why she's so red. She's itching. But no, down to a serious conversation now. So yeah, so your 2 weeks have been good, yeah.
Yeah, it's just been working and getting through. I can't wait for. Well, I mean, the lockdown's coming to an end here in the UK. From Monday, it's starting to relax, but
29th, yes.
I'm just waiting for April 12th. The gym's open again. I can go 2 times a day like I used to before
Yeah.
the lockdown was, that was my focus, and I can't wait to get that focus back.
This is up on the 29th of March.
29th of March is where they start relaxing
Yeah,
things slightly.
up to 6 people can meet outdoors.
Yep. And then April 12th
And
comes
then April
the
12th then.
gyms and the barbers, and I can
Outdoor.
get my hair done and not have
Yeah.
to wear a cap all the time.
Outdoor bar areas. I'm thinking of actually opening the back area of my pub as well.
Yep. And when
But I'm not going to open it like every day. It's going to be like Thursday, Friday, or and Saturday, just 4 to 8, just like for 4 hours. So we don't have a big area out the back. You know what I mean? So just a couple of benches. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
but just sort of do a
Ease
3
yourself
days,
back into
just
working.
to edge myself back into it. I don't want to end up being thrown back in and having.
So
to
if
be running
anyone
around
is
like
over Wembley area, come and visit Jay at his pub, the Crock of Gold.
yeah, come to my back door. Sit on one of my fabulous benches.
Slip up his rear.
And just make sure you leave a tip.
Just a tip.
Yeah, and don't tip me on the shoulder for another drink because you get it thrown over you. Chin chin.
But no, I can't wait for that. I
I'm
can't.
just drinking ginger ale.
Oh, of
Yeah,
course, yeah.
you're a ginger ale.
Says the 4 bottle of vodka here, but drink sensibly and responsibly.
It's only water. Holy water.
But no, I can't wait. I can't wait for the. It's the light at the end of the tunnel. I think we're going to start to see now as each
Each
part of
stage.
the roadmap
Yeah.
comes into place, and we're able to see a bit of light. And I can't wait for. There's a lot of things being announced. A lot of normal things like club nights and events like Prides. London Pride is happening on September 11th.
11th. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
August is Brighton Pride, which is always amazing. We're waiting to hear about Sitgesby a Week, if that's going to happen in September, and Mad Bear in August. The events that we love going to every year.
That's what we do as well. Like, you know what I mean? We could get maybe 2 T-shirts made. The B&J show.
The B&J show, and
And
go
where-
around and
and-
just
and
do
like,
some on a selfie stick.
You know what I mean? And just get some. Get maybe give out some cards maybe.
Yeah.
Like get some cheap cards done for the B&J show. Pass them out.
Yep.
That people can.
We
tune
could
in
interview people, any
Yeah.
fans of the show. Anyone who tunes in.
along the parade.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed. That does everything does
Hopefully
go well.
that
like
happens. Yeah.
But they're talking about. I know I don't want to put a damper on everything, but they're talking about this third wave starting in Europe at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
So if that starts in Europe, normally it gets to us about 3 weeks to 4 weeks after. So I don't want to get too excited yet. You know what I mean? That's my only thing. I don't want to get too excited yet because I just don't want that carpet, the mat to be pulled out from underneath me again. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's quick to start. I know I've started planning stuff. I've planned a trip to Spain. I've planned a trip to go over to Berlin. It's quick. It's easy to start planning stuff when you're given. It's easy to
She's
start.
so out there.
I am.
So out there. I think she wants to be more out there after lockdown.
Damn right. Bring on the year. Bring on my 40s.
She's having new designer T-shirts written saying, "Take a piece of bread with you everywhere you go."
I'm saying, I tell you, now that I'm in my 40s, I'm saying yes to I've had a really horrific last 12 months. Not just with lockdown, but with a lot of other things, and I just cannot wait to celebrate my 40s and get out there and actually start living a little bit more. I think, and I've been having this conversation with a few people actually. I think that lockdown and what's happened will give people a different perspective
Oh yeah.
on life and a lot of things.
I think a lot of things, and I think a lot of
to
people
make changes, positive
yeah.
changes
I
about
think
how
a-
they live
yeah,
their life.
Yeah,
and-
I think a lot of people. I think a lot of people has had so much time to think about not just their own life, but their aspect on every part of their life.
yeah.
Whether it be work related,
Just things that they
friendship
hold
and things
dear
like
to
that.
them, like,
Dear to
you
them,
know,
yeah, exactly, yeah.
thing they value
I mean,
in
there's
life.
there's probably a lot of people out there that haven't heard from friends and from family members and things like that. Well, they probably heard from their family members, but just probably haven't seen them in probably a year at least, anyway. And I think it's affected everybody in more ways than one. You know what I mean? I think a lot of people will say, "Oh no, it didn't affect me. Oh, it was great. I enjoyed it and all like that."
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry, you're a liar. You're a liar because it has affected everybody. No matter if you love your own company, it has affected you. No matter what. No matter what.
Yeah.
If it hasn't affected you mentally, it's affected your pocket and other sexual extremities of your body that you have denied yourself of,
Oh my.
like the handshake, the bum roll, the shirt lifter, the donut stuffer. What are we talking about?
I don't know where you've taken this. It's gone into some
Sorry,
crazy
it's,
area.
it's just like
Crazy
it's
area,
just
yeah.
like it's just that it's been a long time since we had sex.
been-
I mean, we're just talking everything. Like even this glass is just
He's
very
seeing in a very sexual way.
way, exactly.
It's vile.
I just
It's
see a big
vile.
round circle. I just want to dive in.
Oh,
No, but let's
there we go.
then. So what do you think of this this thing that they're talking about? Passports.
I don't think it's
Pass-
going to work.
tra-
the travel passport, the
the
health
vac-
passport.
the vaccine certificate or something like
Okay,
that.
so me and my husband Rob were talking about this, and we were wondering if that was going to happen. Because we're obviously planning on going to Spain, and I'm going to Berlin, and we're wondering if this is actually going to happen. And Boris did actually bring up a really good point that he was talking about it in terms of going to pubs if someone has a bracelet or they can show their ticket that they've had like the 2 vaccines, so they're immune, whatever. And he raised a good point that would be discriminatory against the people who haven't had the chance to be vaccinated purely, for example, like myself. Like, you're able to go, but I wouldn't be able to go because you've had the vaccine and I haven't been offered the vaccine yet.
Yeah, but
because because I'm so much younger than Jay.
But I've only had the vaccine through to medical problems.
Exactly. Yes.
Otherwise, I would have been in the same boat
But
as
like
you.
my husband, for
Yeah.
example, who is 50 plus, he would be able to go into a pub, but just purely because I haven't been invited yet, because I am, again, so much younger than my peers like this one here, I wouldn't be able to go into that pub. But that's not my fault, because I haven't been invited to get the vaccine yet.
She's just terrified to get a prick.
Oh, I welcome any prick these days. Seriously, amen to that. But no, honestly, that's
No,
what I was thinking.
I-
And they can't apply that same rule to like travel and stuff as well, because it would be discriminate. It's not fair. So I think they would only be able to do that once everyone has been offered the vaccine.
When you think of it, then
Which
like,
I
you know,
agree with.
if you can't go to Spain in April, was it April?
May.
Well, I'll go instead of you. I've had the vaccine. I go over and that. I'll just turn around and
I'm
say,
not going to have you in your syphilis-ridden body in our pub.
I just turn around and go, Hiya from Spain. Sorry you can't be here, Ginger Rogers.
Baby bitch. So
No.
yeah, so that's my thoughts.
Well, like, you know what I mean?
it's-
I mean,
it'd
I
be-
only, as I said, I would have been in the same boat as you, but because I've had the heart problem and the high blood pressure.
Yeah.
That's why I got it. I mean, I was actually quite shocked that I got the text message to say that I can make a booking now. So, but I've had my second vaccine is the 31st of May in Wembley.
Okay.
So I got the 2 dates. So, I mean, I'm happy about it. I'm happy. I didn't like the effects of it, but I'm glad I've had it. You know what I mean? I'm glad I had it. I mean, it's just like that one step closer to normality.
Yeah.
But what's normality? What's normality?
And were we actually happy with the normal that we were living prior to all of this?
I mean, I get the flu jab. Do you get the flu jab?
No, I've never. No.
No, I get the flu jab every year. But it's just, yeah, I think it'll be like, I mean, they were talking this morning, I don't know, I seen somewhere on the news this morning, said that in September they're going to start giving the 70 plus boosters.
Okay. What, flu boosters?
No, boosters for the vaccination. They're starting the boosters now for the 70 plus.
What's a booster?
A booster is like, so just say, right, you've had your 2 vaccinations and you're coming to the like the people that are 70 plus now, they'll sort of already have had their first vaccine and their second vaccine. So like so many months later down the line you'll need a booster to bring your antibodies or whatever it is up,
Okay.
so that they can go in, because they're actually thinking that if we do get a third wave from Europe, it could end up that the 70 plus could be vulnerable again. So it could end up.
So it never ends, basically.
I don't think. I mean, to be honest
Maybe
with
it's
you,
going to be like a flu shot. We need it every year to.
it'll probably will be. It'll
to
probably be
keep
something,
them in.
because I don't think. I mean, the word eradicate is mentioned so many times, but I mean, even though we're down in the below the hundreds in deaths, which is great. We were going down on the cases. I think it was like got down to under. I think it was near 4,000 or just a little over 4,000. But then when all the schools went back after 3 weeks, 2 weeks, after 2 weeks or 3 weeks of the schools being back, the cases started to go up again, because yesterday it was over 6,000 cases yesterday.
Yeah.
But they're saying now that the schools, secondary schools, are now having issues with pupils of secondary level are catching the virus.
Okay.
So it's
And then
between
they're
10,
obviously
10 and 19 year
Bringing
olds.
it home.
Exactly, you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
if there's people in that house that haven't had the vaccine, whether it be, I mean, you have the BAME establishment, that could be something that, I think it's blacks, Asian, minority, ethnic, that type of, I think a lot of them are afraid to get the vaccine. So, I mean, it's like, I mean, they did say at one stage, they said that there could be half of the population might not be vaccinated because they don't want to
Well,
have
if you
vaccination.
get the invite, go and get your prick.
do
Do it.
do
Do it.
I mean-
because it helps
I
everyone.
mean, don't worry about it. I mean, I was worried about it when I was going for it, and I didn't even feel the needle go in. And I actually turned around and I said to the guy, I said when he gave me the needle, he turned around and he said, "I've already done it," and I didn't, because normally when you get a needle, like even you go to the doctor to get blood or whatever like that, you always get that that when the needle goes in. Didn't. It's just like you sort of squeezed your arm like that, sort of your muscles out, and just went boom.
How do you do it again?
I don't know, I wouldn't be able to grab it then, because you told you have to relax your arm, he says.
Oh, okay.
But it was weird, because you know the strange thing about it
Yeah.
is the day I went for my injection was the 15th of March, and the day of my birthday is the 15th. Even though it's a different month, but it's just weird that it was the 15th. And the guy that actually gave me the injection, his name was Jason as well. I was like, oh, yeah, this is weird.
Lucky day.
Well, like, you know what I mean?
Lucky
One
day.
prick, and then I was in bed for 2 days, and then 5 days later, then I was in bed for another 3 days, maybe going into 4 days. But now I feel great. I feel good.
So get it.
So if you do get
Invite.
to get the text message, do go, because it's not just helping you, it's helping everybody else to
Exactly.
get back to a bit of normality. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
because she really needs her roots done.
You
Big
should
time.
see underneath there. I mean, seriously.
And if we
like-
go back into fucking lockdown again, I tell you one thing: for anybody that didn't get a vaccine, I'm gonna kick your lily white ass.
Yes. Yeah. Well, we hope everyone that we know
I think a lot of people. We do.
I think
have
everyone. I
as-
think
as-
most of
as
the people that I
possible.
know have already been invited.
Already
I mean,
been jabbed, yeah.
Yeah.
Have them shady. Joking. Sorry, the shots are kicking in now. So.
Well, yeah, we've had a few shots before this, but again,
we're having our own
drink responsibly.
We're having our own vaccination.
We are.
party.
We are. I mean, no Germans gonna want to come near us.
No,
after
I
the
don't,
amount of
know.
shots
I don't
we've
like that
had.
name.
What?
I don't like Jim. Jim is awful.
Jim.
He's so good. Especially when he takes his teeth out. It's awful. Gums you to death.
Oh.
So let's go on to the. And what do you think of what's his name? That bastard who ran America last year. What was his name?
In America.
Oh, Trump. Yeah, Trump.
Oh.
What do you think? Trump ended up. He got his vaccination yesterday.
Oh, we did.
He got
Oh,
his
that's a
vaccination,
shame.
and they didn't
Shame.
even video him doing it because, he didn't want to be videoed.
They shouldn't. You know what? They should
Because
not allow.
But you
someone
know
like him
why?
to get
Do you
it
know
done.
why he didn't want to be videoed?
Why?
Because he quiet.
No.
And he ended up, his makeup had all his
It
clown
was
face.
like white.
It's all white lines down his face.
You know, someone like that should not even be allowed to get vaccinated. Throw him out
But-
and just fend for himself.
But I did hear they injected him with bleach and Dettol.
Really? Oh, good.
Yeah,
Good.
yeah, you know what I mean?
Let's hope we see the side effects of that in
Yeah.
the coming days.
Every time he farts, the place smells like Dettol. You know what I mean?
Vile.
Shady man.
No,
Shady.
no, awful. I mean, you know,
Shady and
my
vile.
husband's American, and
At least he spent
And-
more time over here than he has in America.
he's an awful human being.
Who, your husband?
I love my husband. My husband's an amazing human being.
I just
No,
have
but
to ratify
Trump-
that. I love Rob. Rob is fabulous.
Rob's the best husband in the world.
It's only when he's arguing with him, he goes, Robert!
No, my husband is an amazing husband. He's from Texas. He's a Texan. He's a cowboy. I've got my own little cowboy. But no, again, it's the shame that like, even my husband, like, going through the whole Trump thing. It's unfortunate. It's an unfortunate situation.
Did you Trump?
What, this unicorn?
You're not a unicorn.
No.
You're daddy slut. Welcome to the 40s, Brad.
I know.
When you come up to my age, you're going to be a lot more people are going to be calling you daddy.
I started from the age of 35. I started getting people call me daddy, and I don't know if I'm okay with that.
Hold on, this fucking hair is winking at me.
It's really like there's some. I'm noticing my hair is getting curly.
It's not. It's fucking. It's like it's. I think it's the electricity coming from the camera. It's just bringing your hair out.
Yeah, I've noticed a lot more grey. So since turning 40, I've noticed a lot more grey coming through, especially with lockdown, because I haven't been able to get my hair cut. So I'm noticing the longer hairs. But you know what freaks me out?
What do you mean,
is
the
when there
longer
is-
hairs?
Yeah,
You sure they're not called split ends?
it's when the greys come out in this area. That's where I
Do you
start
know what?
to.
Look, if I had a brush here now, I'd love to backcomb that, just to see what it'd look like
Backcomb?
backcombed. You know
What's
what I mean? See,
backcomb?
when I used to have a fuller beard, I only trimmed it back yesterday. What I used to do was with my brush, I used to, instead of going downward, I used to go upward, and
Hold that thought.
right. Oh yeah. Oh Jesus, she's got a brush with her. Oh my God, she got a brush with her. She's definitely so vain. She's turned into the vainest person I know. Did you leave it in the toilet when you were brushing your pubes? That's a comb, love. I
It's
said
a
a
comb.
brush.
It's a coat. It's a
Here.
brush.
No, let me do it this way. Hold on. Let me do it this way. Oh, fucking hell. The flies on that.
It's pulling it out. It's so much of it.
Hold on. God, it's so full. Just go over there and stick your finger in the socket. she looks like she's been electrocuted.
It's a lot.
What's your
it's
name?
a lot.
What's your name, Father Monk?
It's a lot. It's look at that. Look at that. There's a lot of hair.
You sure that you're not growing another head out there somewhere?
Honestly, I trim it and I trim it underneath, and
Here,
the
bring it back
sink,
down because it's
the sink is full of hair, and it's like,
Nits
where does all
and
that come from? It doesn't
lice
look any different.
and peas and mash and gravy.
Chicken breasts.
Like, I don't know if any of you seen the picture of him there the other day when he was having some soup, and he had all this dribble of soup down his beard. It looked like something else. It looked like something had an infection. Sprayed it up.
No, honestly, when you get a beard, and every bearded man, anyone watching this that has a lengthy beard will know this. If you eat anything like ice cream or soup or anything, it's not the beard that does it, it's the moustache.
Anything
So you
dribbly,
will,
you mean?
yeah, basically, anything fluidy, any fluids,
Shady bitch.
will flow down. Will flow down your beard. It's just you can't contain it. So you just give up, and you're like, you know what? I'm going to start with this soup, and I will have to have a shower after this.
So if that's,
and that's fine. You
that's,
just acknowledge
that's
it.
north.
It's fine.
Is that north?
North is up.
All right. So north. And what's that way? South,
That is east.
east, and that's what?
Yeah, west.
West. And what's
South
down
is
there?
down.
So yeah, so everything with Brendan is going south.
Yeah.
Especially when he comes into 40. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He'll notice things you'll notice things now. You're more in your 40s now, like, you know what I mean. Like, you wake up in the morning, and you don't have that arousal that you normally wake up in the morning. It's a hassle. You know what I mean? It's not like, you know, when you're under your 40s, you wake up and you have to stand in the bath to have a piss.
Real?
Because
No.
everything is going. What's up there? East.
Yeah. No, that still happens to me. Thank God. I can still hang my towel on it.
Yeah, well, that's what she's telling us. She's only got another about
And
4
there we
days before it
go, there we
kicks
go.
in.
Well, I think that pretty much sums up this week's episode. I think
Yes. So we're doing a live later on Facebook.
we're going to do a live later on. So if anyone has any questions, we're going to do. We may. I know that everyone is asking me to make a comeback because of my amazing rendition of the Should Have Been Steps #1 single, One for Sorrow.
Oh, is that when you were going? Burn the
It was amazing. I know, and I've been called back. So I think we may end up doing another song, possibly another step song. Who knows? But if we are going to do a live thing.
Yeah, we're going to do a live later on. We're going to ask questions.
If you've got any questions,
you
any
want to
requests,
ask us questions or whatever, and, like, you know, there'll probably be a lot of people online anyway. They'll probably ask us questions and whatever like that. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
As long as they're clean, no rude, because I do have family members that like to tune in. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Then yeah, ask the questions, and we will see you there. But for this week,
That's for this week. And we'll probably do a Friday night next week, if that's okay.
That is permittable.
Yeah, might be a Friday, because I don't know what story is, whether we're going for dinner on Saturday around to.
I'm being
friends.
sidelined.
No, because that's why I'm trying to hold my Sunday for you, sweetie. When you're going to buy me a big, massive Easter egg. Yeah.
Yum yum.
You know what I mean? Yum yum up our bum.
Give me gingivitis.
Shoni likes Cadbury's.
But no, yeah. So maybe next Friday.
The Easter weekend special. Brennan will be dressed up.
Maybe we can see if we can even get a guest. Maybe we'll have a guest in. Who
Yeah,
knows?
maybe.
Who knows? Let's play it by ear.
We'll have an invisible friend or something that can squeeze in between us, like, you know what I mean?
Yep.
Just call him Abdullah Wali or something like that.
Let's
like, you know what I mean?
do it.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
So it's lovely to speak to you. We're sorry that we were a bit long on doing another episode, because I mean, due to being jabbed and being not well, and Brendan gasping
Been
for
fabulous.
Brendan gasping for a jab.
Yeah.
So we'll probably see you later on for a live feed, and
Until then,
and goodbye from me, Jay,
and Brendan.
and this is good night from the B&J show. Blop, blop, blop.